Welcome back to XCOM. Now, I really don't remember where I left off last time, because oh yeah, alien base. Yeah, I recorded that one in advance, like way before than when I usually would, so it's even more time than usual, but I do remember that we have this guy researching, which I think will let me... That's campaign advancement, at least. Won't bother assaulting these, because that one would be too hard and the other one's not worth it. Also this one, I just want to get the research done post haste. That's quite annoying. I have all these ethereals now. Like, frankly, they're not worth me spending soldiers on to hold on. Ooh, retaliation against Antarctica. That's not good. Anyway, it's not worth me really spending soldiers on this kind of thing. I certainly will go to every effort to intercept the retaliation missions that I want to sell. I do not want to fight the heroes in my base. I'm hoping I can delay them until the end of the game. That would be ideal. And I have a spare tank. I do. I feel like I was low on something. I don't really remember what. I will just make some more armor, I guess. Hold on, how much stuff do I have left? I thought I had more Illyrium than that. Still, 5 shouldn't dip into reserves too much. Don't know how I did that, but whatever that is, it's a convenient bind I won't be using again. Don't know how I triggered it. With a lot of alloy. And no Illyrium! Wow, just phenomenal. Oh, that's the Sky Ranger. Oh, right, yeah. I thought I had 2 Interceptors and a Sky Ranger here. I have 2 Sky Rangers and an Interceptor. Not the game being dumb, 'twas me. Harvest. Oh, I can just have my South American Intercept to deal with that. What was this? Scout. Ooh. Maybe I could build some more Avengers. Hold on, how much Illyrium does that cost? So it would be good. If I'm expecting more fields, I think I'll be expecting more battleships. So then maybe more Avengers would be good. Oh, they don't take any lyrium, it seems. Perhaps I'll move these ones when they're repaired then. I don't know how much that's. 7 days and 6 days, which is why 6 7, as the kids say. Where's this going? Australasia. But yeah, it'll definitely be good to have some in reserve. I'll just let them go about their business. It's not worth intercepting. One shot. Oh, Southern Africa. I thought they were going to South America. Once again, exemplifying that, I cannot read. No. There's the difference between inability and inaction. So, something that is very often crucially important to distinguish with me. Because there is so much that I am not incapable of doing, were it not for my inaction. Sector. Oh, that was the one that was already there. I'm thinking another one already. Yeah. I think maybe I need sleep, but I'm doing this. I'll take it, that's still the same one. Ooh, good. It's faster than I expected. So, is this the one that lets me go to Cydonia yet, or do I have another? I'm not sure. I hope it is. I don't know, that was sectors. Just insta-kill. Never not funny. Now I think I read the wiki at some point. It says that you get monthly alien retaliations when you get either when I've researched the alien that I did, or when you research Cydonia or bust, so... Or maybe it's Alien Origins. It's one of the things. Either way, I don't think I should stick around too long. I think I should attack Cydonia. At some point. Maybe this episode, maybe next, I don't know how long things will take. Hold on, where are they going? South Africa. Yeah, no, send out this, because, yeah, there's no one really practical. Apart from... Oh, hovertanks. Oh, yeah. I was thinking that was a battleship. And I was like, ooh, no. And then I went, oh, wait, no. Battleships have legs. Begin, no. None. Now, I think I had extra living space here. Can I hire people? Yeah, I can. Let's see if I have any captains. Oh yeah, speaking of which, do I have, yeah, I can get some more soldiers. Lots more soldiers, apparently. But no captains. Perhaps I ought to do a training mission then. So, harvester. That could work. And because I think I've got those soldiers now, you know, ordered, that does satisfy the kind of hierarchy conditions for people to get promoted. So I shouldn't have a problem there. And he doesn't have a weapon. Fantastic. Nor do they, nor do they, nor do they, nor do they, nor do they. Okay, I've screwed this already. I don't know how, because there was one plasma thing left, and yeah. So I am confused to the utmost degree. But so be it. Aliens must be thinking, wow, they ran away fast. Well, that was certainly a good training mission. They got out to look at the scenery and went, yes, I can command an army now. You know, that's how promotions work. Yeah. I'll check who's been promoted for doing nothing, and then... just a few captains here who are sitting at base twiddling their thumbs, you know, as captains do. Okay, so I'll wait for them to get back then before I ship people off. Before I send them to Nam. Send down and sender. Works. Don't think it will. It's not. Luckily they missed my base. Get them to turn back. And they can go out. Anyway, this one. And do have equipment on board. So I'm not quite sure what happened there, but I'm going to chalk it up to that same reason as before. I really should get some sleep, but not until I'm done recording this. I've sworn to myself that I will do it whenever practical. Otherwise I would have quit this quite a while ago, to be honest. But yeah. Because I've realised really what would work better would be honestly like just doing high quality content I think would work well. Because back in the day, you know, like 2014 or something, there were plenty of Let's Play YouTubers who just pumped out this kind of low quality content. Those days have long passed, and I think kind of the minimum quality, if you're a YouTuber that people know for other things, that works, you know, you can do Let's Plays and stuff. But obviously I have like 50 subscribers. So yeah, that's not... I've done other things which make me well known. It's not a card to play. So yeah. But I think what would be the minimum content quality is the kind of DCS videos that I put out, where they're more like a retelling of what happened than a direct recording. Because, like, you know, they are just edited versions of my tracks, but, you know, I'm not showing the whole thing, really. I'm, like, cutting between the crucial bits. It's like a movie. But, yeah. I might do more of that content, but I think I've talked about previously that I'm looking into other things to do content wise. Like, I want to do some skill development. And I've uploaded... For one thing, I've uploaded the soundtrack of the game, Eco. That was just because I wanted the soundtrack, because, you know, it's a good soundtrack. And so I extracted it, but I found it is nowhere else on the internet. So I just, you know, uploaded it so other people wouldn't have to do what I did, because it took quite a while to figure out how to do it. You know, lots of very fiddly. But apart from that, I've also uploaded music that I've made, and I plan to do that more in the future, because I want to make music, but in real life I have been quite busy, unfortunately. I'm always busy in that I always find things to do, but I have been busy recently in that I have had many obligations to do, rather than things that I am doing because I have assigned myself to do them. Of course, the difference being that I can't choose to do the thing, or I can't reasonably choose to do the things that I'm doing in place of the obligations. So, yeah. But once I get time, I do want to get into music, because that's a skill development thing I've been doing. I have, you know, got it to a decent baseline level, but obviously there is so much more that can be done there. I think it's something that can be endlessly hard, and I certainly want to hone it. I don't want to become like someone who can do tons of different genres or make like chart toppers, but I want to be able to make basically good background music and good music for individual listening, which is why the 3 pieces I've put up, they're kind of art music rather than like pop music. They're meant to be good, not only in a way that they are good, but in the kind of appreciation for the workmanship, so to speak. Like in the same way that, you know, antique collectors appreciate some very finely made chair. That's what art music is like, you know. You have the aficionados, they're not just listening to it because it sounds good. They do this kind of deep analysis of all the characteristics of music, and yeah. I think that kind of systematic music would be good to learn. Namely because it is more systematic, and so for one thing I could write down what I've learned, and I could what I've so small tangent. What I was doing for the short time I was doing that skill development is that I've learnt that a lot of resources, not all of them, but a lot of them are very... they lack detail, but they're also... hold on. they lack detail, but they're also written in a kind of a way that requires you to know a lot already. Which I think that is the worst combination. What I want to do is explanations that, well, the opposite of both of those things, with a lot of detail, perhaps more than people would like in one sitting, but I want to do kind of comprehensive talks about things, and have them in simple terms. I know. Dull it down for laymen, so to speak. And that is one of the things that I think could make for higher quality content. Perhaps not on this channel, but it is something I want to do. Especially because I think once I've learnt it, those kinds of videos wouldn't actually take too long to make. Like, the time-intensive bit there is the learning. But yeah, a lot of music people out there, you can figure, just don't care to make videos. But I think, obviously from an outside perspective, that it would be... Well, I'm a decent educator. Like, I talk to people, I can explain things they understand well. And so I think, at least for me, I would be able to make videos about what I've learnt without it being too difficult. So yeah. Yeah, you just told me, Interceptor. Did I didn't send the people yet. I don't think. Sort by rank. I did not. Okay, so Abasi to Aparahama. What's that like? East Asian, I'm guessing. Sounds like someone from like Indonesia or something, or Polynesian. There we go. It is good that you can get promotions while people are just in transit, because it means I can now... I don't care to have this many rookies, but it means I can just sack them all. I can keep the ones with decent sounding strength. But yeah, the next time I need to do some training, I can just hire some more, and then they don't even need to be on base. I can just, have them hired and promote people. It works. It's into a good groove. Oh yeah, I don't know if I've talked before. Building an electronic device. Like, I've designed one and I've been waiting for parts. I got my parts arriving on Tuesday, I think. Yeah, Tuesday seems right. We've mostly assembled the device, but it doesn't turn on. Rather not properly, but you know, I won't go into unnecessary detail. how unusual, I know. Anyway, I've been trying to figure out why it doesn't turn on. You know, my batteries, they were providing like 4.5 volts, or 4.4-ish. They're meant to provide between 3 and 4.5, so that's all fine. You know, the batteries are fine, but the thing won't turn on. I realised, in my design schematic for like a power supply, basically the power supply I'm using a chip, it has a resistor that all of the current flows through. It's meant to be a small resistor, so you know it doesn't burn itself out. But the point of it is that the chip has pins connected either side of it, and so measuring the voltage across the resistor, it can measure the current, and with a known resistance, it can measure the current. Now, that makes sense, because then the chip doesn't have to have bulky connectors for all the current to go through. Problem was, I calculated that resistor needed for like the kind of current limiting thing was 270 milliohms, and so, being the genius that I am, I placed a 270 ohm resistor on the schematic. Yeah, ohm, not milliohm. And that persisted through all of the redesigns of the thing I have, and now into the physical hardware, so I have a 270 ohm, and I went, oh, that's why it's not working, and so I desoldered it, but the pins are... I couldn't really move it, I'm not sure why. I think maybe I needed a higher temperature or something. Anyway, I just cut the resistor, and like the bottoms of the pins are still soldered on. I realised what I can do. I found a 0.5 ohm resistor would work fine, and so I can just get two 1 ohm resistors and kind of jam them in the same hole in parallel. It should work, I think. Yeah. I'm intent on posting the device here once I've built it, because it is a kind of private commissioned thing, but you know, it's not like I'm under any NDA, and it's not like it's really a sensitive thing. You know, it's not like someone's spent industry money researching, or it's for some very private application. It's quite a simple, generic thing, but yeah. I'm intent on showing how it works, because it's something I've entirely built myself, and I think it's cool if I can get it to work. Yeah, I want to post a video of it actually working, so it'll probably be a while, because as I've said, I'm quite busy, and so don't have too much time for electronics. Making my electronicals. I don't know, what is it? Smoke scout. Sending so many smoke scouts, like, send an actual decent ship. Have some respect. That's what I say. Oh, that's... Don't you love it how when you shoot a missile and then move backwards, the missile just decides to explode midair? Because, you know, that's how missiles work. It would actually be if it was like a radio-guided one or something. I'd think that would be reasonable to have a self-destruct thing if it lost connection, but surely these anti-aircraft, air-to-air missiles wouldn't be that. That would be dumb. Far over-engineered. Huh. So I think that is the final research. And can I now? I can. I saved the game just in case. I suppose let's gear up for Cydonia. I think my people have arrived. While it would be good to have hovertanks, it would be better to have my, you know, more people. They work well. I have them available. Okay, so how many soldiers is that? 26. Won't need any stun mods anymore, I don't think. I think I'll bring some extra blast launchers. I don't know exactly how useful they'll be, like how many open spaces there will be, but if there's a decent amount, they will be very useful. That's actually a point though, I'll bring some extra blaster bombs, because I'm not sure if I'll be able to pick up any there. If there is open space, my people will be using a few, so yeah, I'll just load up on them. You know, other soldiers can carry it as like weapon support. Alright. I think I'll just save again now that I've got everything configured. Let's go to Cydonia. Yes. Ooh, Winston. It's a lot faster than they can fly to America or something. Ooh. I like that music. Alright. Alright, let's have 2 people equipped with these. Who has the biggest weight capacities? They look decent. As do they. Why do I have this stuff on my guys anyway? I can have more blaster bombs. Yeah, they don't need a medkit. I think that's everyone. Well, let's load blaster bombs onto anyone who can carry them. It may prove useful to have some spares. A lot of spares, in fact. But so that, you know, and just anyone can be decently close to the blaster bomb carriers, and hopefully they'll have ammo on them to hand out. They're quite a heavy lifter, M2. Faisal Hakim. Remember that name. Oh, that's perfect, actually. Neat. Look at that. Is this like the dark side of Mars or something? Another guy to throw their flash so that, you know, minimises people running out. Don't throw out smoke. Also, I'll make sure to keep them just in the UFO, because, you know, the morale loss for losing them is extreme. I don't want to have to deal with that on this mission, because I think there will be extreme psionic use as well. Because, you know, I'm expecting there'll be ethereals on, like, the biggest alien stronghold. Seems logical. Isling columns. No, that's not how it's said. It's like Polynesian guy. Methinks. They have an ethnic sounding name. Quote, your somewhat insensitive grandparent. Or elderly relative, just depending on how old you are. Because, you know, I'm sure there's people who just have parents who say rather insensitive, out-of-date things. But for me, that's the grandparent generation, not the parent generation. Which I'm glad about, because, you know, I'm certainly not the most sensitive person, but, you know, I don't care for the repression of the woke mob, but, as your average nutter at, like, Cole's Deli or something says, but I still do think it's quite dim-witted, the views that a lot of these people hold. Lefebvre. That's definitely how you say that name. Can be no debate. Simply correct. There's no other way. got a feeling that commanding this many troops might be a bit slow. This video might run out to 2 hours, but I think if it gets long enough, I'll cut it before going into the base proper. And is that? I think that's the access lift to the base. Then again, that one has purple in it too. Oh yeah, so does that, but then that one doesn't. I'm confused. Also, these look like ancient pyramids or something. Why is there some modern? Ooh. Crack shooters. That guy's going to be for yonks. Unconscious and yet they're a corpse. I think if I carry people, maybe they can come back up. Because I remember there was that actor guy. Now, where are they? I don't know, I'm thinking where that guy was. Get someone to scout out first. Anyway, there was that Ephiro that was carrying, and they just spontaneously woke up, so... yeah. So then where's... ah, right. Jolly good. That's what I say. Ooh. I did not mean to do that. I did mean to do that. And I hope what I do now is what I mean to do. Kaboom! Frag out. That was like my amazing voice acting. What? What's blocking them? Yeah, I have no idea. Nice. Palov Dravid. Certainly name. Ooh. They got a sniper in place. Good to know. Because now I have my heavy artillery. Fantastic for combating snipers. Let's just try launching through the window. Ooh, 2 of them. Double kill! It's the wombo combo, as the kids say. I like saying as the kids say, ignoring the fact that most people would probably consider me a kid. But the thing is, although I get the references of the youth culture, I really don't find a lot of them funny. Like, I don't get what the whole what is it? The 6-7 thing. It's some... I'm going to sound so old saying this, but I think it's some rap song that, like, has bad lyrics or something, and that's funny. I'm really not sure. But yeah. But yeah, that's the best explanation I have for most things. So anyway, I tied an onion to my belt. Ooh. Well, I suppose they were protected from the blast launcher. Makes sense. That must be why they built these pyramids. They're just great bomb shelters. Not great like, or greater than my aim. My aim is just fine. I never miss. There we go. That was sarcastic. You know, in case you couldn't tell. Oh, drat. That's what I say. So, throw this with great virility into the unknown, I say. By Jove! That's a good saying. Gurgly. I cannot say this. I'm trying to keep them spread out enough that a blast launcher wouldn't kill too many, but that's difficult while also moving enough that the mission will get done in a decent amount of time. Hopefully before someone with a blast launcher comes forth and gets a chance to shoot into my lander. So that would be the good target if everyone hadn't left already. Oh, that's interesting. So, I think that Drulun thing means an alien can see my squad. Well, evidently, I cannot see them. Perhaps it's because there's smoke. Home. Huh. Neat. That is someone inside? Not quite sure. Do they have enough time units to do anything? They will not. I'll just duck for cover then. pull some people up for hopeful for reaction from. Though they're quite low on time units as well now. Send them on a dash. Them too. Oh yeah, I'll get someone to pick up that blast launcher gear. How much weight do they need? Yeah, that guy should be able to do. That'll do. Cool. He could compete in the Olympics. They got some kind of like fallout, the power punch or whatever it is. He just has that to launch grenades. Should be ready next turn. This time. Isn't it great how they only wow, that's peak bravery, huh? Anyway, isn't it great how they only reaction fire after they've died? I think it's just fab. Where's that side disc? I think they're around here. Try and get one of my Olympic flare throwers. Quite out of range. I didn't know such a thing existed. Okay, they're bad at throwing. That one was a bit better. Still, not too useful. There they are. Blast launcher it is. Quite an effective strategy, you see. Strategy is just blow up anything. Heavy artillery. Isn't it great to have the logistical advantage? Get this other guy down. They can grab some extra ammo. Actually, I'll check for motion. Nothing, it looks like. Oh right, yeah, I already blew up the top floor. That's where the aliens were. Interesting. It's just one floor. Oh, there's my guy. I was thinking, are they dead? I thought they were safe. This is the main reason I tried to get everyone on the ground floor, so I don't forget about them. Don't think there's that many left. Which is interesting, I expected a lot more resistance. Yeah, none can compete with the overwhelming might of Super Earth. I think XCOM is a realistic way for the kind of Super Earth to begin. Like you have a secret military organisation who gets lots of alien technology to give them a hand up in a possible conflict. Then once the aliens are gone, they have all these highly trained soldiers, colonels and stuff, who aren't going to go into the civilian military force. What do? Well, obviously they should start a new world government. And they can go find other aliens to fight. Thing is, Super F does actually have the kind of weapons that get an XCOM. Like, they don't have these programmable blast launchers, really. You know, the rocket stuff, they're similar to what we have, but they, you have traditional weapons, laser and plasma. They have mechs, which are like flying suits. They have the spaceship technology, which seems, it runs on this mysterious substance, oil in their case, which, yeah, same as Illyrium. It's a way to just get phenomenal amounts of energy. XCOM is how Super F starts. Remember, that's just a theory. A game theory. I was gonna say, a dumb theory. I just noticed, I think my nose is a bit blocked or something. Strange. Don't know if y'all can hear it. So then it's time to charge across the open fields, it would seem. It would also seem that's the edge of the map. Yeah, I'm gonna just start sending people down that way. Don't like the sound of that. I feel that's some strange clipping. That looks to be a base entrance, or not. Headshot. Double kill. That's what I say. Guessing it's not upstairs. Yeah. mean, just as a caution, send a blast launcher out. Got someone. It's a valid strategy. Also, because I'd rather not have anyone sniping my scout. That's the nice thing about artillery, you can just send someone running forward and... there's the objective. Have the time units to cover them later. Guessing there's either aliens in there or in there. I'll just send... I can't be bothered to have people advance, so I'll just send blast launchers out. They work. And I don't really have to worry about buying more after this. Or finding more, rather. I don't remember if I've actually, like, built any during this game, I'm not sure. No one there. Try the other one. Oh, interesting. I've cleared out all these other buildings, right? Looks like it. But I honestly don't remember going in there. Seem that's where the alien is. Now, I'm not sure then... Ooh, blast launcher. How is inside of there? Yeah. Battle weary. They've done hardly anything, they've just been running over the place. Now what do people need? Heavy plasma? A heavy plasma? Or maybe a heavy plasma. It's convenient now, I can rearm my blast launchers. Yeah, I think this can all be one video, which is good. The last video, in fact, which frankly is also good, because this has been going for a year now, I think. Over. So yeah, that's definitely long enough. So what, this is just like a regular ethereal base, I'm guessing? That's one of the muton things. I think it would be too risky to have a blast launcher. Now it could hit something unintentional in the garden. They're better in hallways and stuff, where you can be sure they won't kill young people. Here's the other group. I shall try and meet up as usual. Is that the command center maybe? No, it's not. It doesn't have the right flooring. Don't need to send 3 people up there. Keep them. I think I'll just keep them upstairs. Again, the morale loss would be devastating, I think. Do not get to redo this mission, nor would I want to be honest. that's done. Oh, hey, look, blast. Insectoids. Not sectoids, chrysalids. Oh, great. Didn't see that guy coming. I feel like this inside part will be a lot harder. Where was that zombie? There they are. Luckily, I have this thing called plasma auto shot. It's pretty neat. One shot. One move at least. Well, that was almost a double kill. I'm quite glad they did not reaction fire. God, that is phenomenal. I think that's an apt description. And hopefully I can get this guy to aim a bit better. I could. Actually, can I get my other guys? Yeah, that's too far to be able to navigate effectively, I think. Kaboom! I don't have a spare shot there. Throwing the nuke football. Yeah, I've heard of the nuclear football. Until now, it wasn't literal. I wonder if that's actually why they made the blast bombs like footballs. Because nuclear football. Be interesting if it was. Otherwise, it's just quite a coincidence. Still interesting. That is the command center, maybe. It's taking up 2 tiles. Oh, the second turned on, I think it is. Alright. It's a great thing they can't aim either. Huh. Still got 1 health. They got grazed or something. never seen this thing before. Fish. Yeah, I'll save it for next time. I was considering, should I risk shooting a blast bomb past them, and I think no is the answer. That would probably be dumb. But I will do an X10 before properly breaching the room. Because it is a good, very good cautionary measure. You know, as long as there's nothing you want intact in the room. It's not like a hostage situation or anything. You just need to kill whatever's in there. Blast launcher is the tool for the job. Interesting, it's just top half of a floater. It just occurred to me, there's probably sectopods here. I hope when I run into one, it's within range of one of my blast launchers. Speaking of blast launchers, I do think this would be an opportune time for one, actually, because it means they won't have a chance to react. It works. I love blast launchers. It's a shame they don't have it in the newer games. Like, I get that it's kind of OP, but they're just so fun to use. They're such a good endgame weapon. Like, sure, you know, the modern games can open up a hole to the nether realm or something in the floor, but like, it's funner to just have a nuclear cruise missile, man-portable. That matches the kind of sci-fi Cold War theme that XCOM's meant to have. Now I realise that's actually a similar theme to Fallout, hey? But it is that kind of thing, like, you know, it's the classic flying saucers, and it's like this secretive intergovernmental agency kind of thing that you have in, like, Bond movies. Except that, you know, they're the good guys. Didn't mean to do that, but worked out fine. Like if they've decided this random kernel near no one else, and with a psionic strength of 84, surely there's someone with 80 here, is the absolute best target for psionic attacks. Frankly, it's no wonder that I've come here to kill the brain, because, like, They're not exactly a smart brain. They haven't done much to ward me off, really. There we go. Sectopod. First time I've seen it in the game, and I hope the last time. Hold on. Interesting, it's got like blue on it. Last one. And that is the perfect number of time units. Just enough time to use my favourite weapon. Kaboom! Interesting, it's got like green stuff. It's lyrium or something. Guess that will probably be the power source of a giant robot built by the aliens there. I do think the sectopod in later games is more intimidating. It's like in this game, I've never fought one, but I know they just shoot a kind of like plasma/laser shot. Whereas in later games, they have like missile barrages and death lasers and stuff, if I remember correctly. They're like really menacing. Well, no, not in this game. Difficult to fight against, but they don't like look scary or anything. Same with the chrysalids, actually. Like, you know, they just look way scary in modern games. A proper eldritch horror. You know, done right. I suppose that's what better graphics lets you do. Now, I'm pretty sure the room that my other guy's breaching is like the control center, so just gonna focus on that. Got an idea. I think it would be fitting to take out the thing with a blast launcher. Please don't react, please don't react, please don't react. Yay! Ooh, they did have guns. I was thinking maybe they're armed. That's the brain chamber. Keep them around here. Watch this. Dun, dun, dun. Kaboom. Is that what the pyramids are meant to look like or something? Victory screen. $400 million. Oh, best mission rating is over double the worst. I'm certainly happy about that. I wonder whether soldiers recruited includes the ones that I've just been recruiting and sacking, and whether soldiers lost includes the ones that have been sacked. Still, if lost is just combat kills, I think 3-1, it's not great, but it's good enough. Especially considering they've had better tech than me a lot of the game. Yeah, deadliest alien sectoid. Seems about right. Their mind control is really a pain. Longest months in service, 7. So no one even survived a full year. But, of course, all of my elite people on that last mission, except, the ones that died, but most of them, I think they're gonna survive much longer time. It's good. 3 countries infiltrated. They certainly sent more than that many infiltration missions. My only guess is that it's like bugged or something and kept trying to infiltrate the same countries. But yeah. And only 2 terror attacks. Honestly, that seems like not that many, but I got, very good at shooting down terror ships once I had my kind of global interceptor network established. They were the number 1 priority. 39 craft. It's quite a few. It's interesting that my most effective weapon is the heavy plasma, because certainly my favourite is the blast launcher, but of course I think I've had the heavy plasma a decent amount longer. Plus all of my training personnel have had heavy plasmas, where it's only my elite team has ever had the blast launchers, but yeah. 33% accuracy? That's definitely right. Okay. Well, I will see you sometime in the future, maybe. And honestly, I'm glad that this Let's Play is done, but it has been quite fun. So, thanks for watching. See you later, I guess.